Hello everyone, this is Jamaica and I want to talk to you about how this, something I bought from the grocery store, and that are the same thing. Let's get to it. Hello everyone, this is Jamaica and I have a bowl full of fruit. But there is one thing in particular that you all saw outside that I want to talk to you about, and that's the taro. Now, if you want to grow taro, I recommend you buy your taro from the grocery store like I did. Let me move the other fruit out of the way. And I bought these about maybe 10 days ago, and I put them in the bowl with everything else. Now, if you put certain things in a bowl together, it makes things like potatoes and taro roots and other root vegetables, it makes them ripen quicker and sprout quicker. So if you put bananas, they put off a gas that makes things grow. So I put these bananas on top of here on purpose. Initially, it was because I wanted to sprout my sweet potatoes, which are sprouting again. I just keep knocking the eyes off because I don't want any more sweet potato slips. But I went back because I've been looking for these. These are taro roots. And I went to the big box stores, the blue one and that starts with the L and the other one that says HD. And the taro plants that they have in a planter are running, last year they were running for $30. They're probably more now. You could do it yourself. So I went to the supermarket and I saw this, the taro roots. They were all piled up together. And there we go. I got another sweet potato going. That's off topic. They were all piled up in the grocery store, and you'll see them all jumbled up looking like this, right? But if you put bananas or onions on top, I think it puts off methylene gas from the bananas. And you see they're starting to just get sprinkled. Bananas are a good thing. If you want something to start sprouting, like I do with this taro, it works. So I bought these for $3.99 a pound. They might be less or more expensive where you are. And all of them looked like this when I bought it, right? So I said, well, I can afford $4.25 with tax, right? Especially if I'm going to get some more of those out of them. So I put them in this container, right? And I put the bananas on top. And this is the second set of bananas I use. This they just, I eat my bananas. So I bought some more bananas and I put a bunch of things in here. I put some, if you want to put garlic there, it'll sprout also. Don't put a lot of your fruit there because then they'll rot on you. So I put these all together, right? And I bought 5, and this was just under a pound. So it was like less than $4, $3.99 a pound. And from the 5 so far, now I don't think this one's gonna sprout, but this one may. One is soft because that one split. So I should have checked it. I should have checked the vegetables more. So that one's probably no good. So these two are the two that I'm gonna plant. Where's the other one that's about to sprout? This one has an eye on it. And this one, I believe an eye is coming out. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my sweet potatoes, I'm gonna rub them off and put them back in here. Need to cook these really soon because look, they're sprouting. So just knock that off. I don't need any more sweet potato slips. Then I'm gonna put my taro root in. Somewhere in there where it gets the opportunity to thrive. I'll put my lemons back. Put my bananas right there where they can emit the gas that helps everything ripen. And then I'll put my my garlic back in there. Let's go outside and get a pot, and I have some soil, and this one is no good. It's soft, so I'm not gonna put that back in there because that'll probably rot. But these two, we're gonna plant them. So I have my pot here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and dump some soil into the pot. gonna take my 2 taro roots. See the eyes that are coming up? I'm gonna place them in the soil, eyes up. So I place them in the soil with their eyes up. And then we just take some more soil, take the pot, and let's put the soil in there. Pat it down. Now I'm going to take the pot and I'm going to put some horticulture molasses and maybe some 511 fish emulsion in there, and I'll show you what it grows into. Let's go over there, huh? I still have to water this one up, so I'm gonna leave it here, but I'm gonna show you what a potted taro plant looks like, and it grows every year. It goes into dormancy. I was like, what is that? I'm a dog following me. It goes into dormancy during the winter. I did not cover these up. You can leave these plants out in the wintertime for brief moments. It could hit 30 degrees minimum. I mean, max minimum. It can't go below 30. Otherwise, they might freeze on you and then they'll be no good. But if this has been out here when it was about 22 degrees out here, I never brought this pot in, and look, that's taro coming back up. And I only planted, I think, 2 of them in here, and I have 3 coming up. By summertime, this thing will be full of taro. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I have a video out there when I first started YouTube with a pot, well, pots full of taro. Full of taro. Did I say full of taro? And I took them and I put them to line the front of the walkway, and they're still here. It's been a year since I put them in the ground, and they're coming back up. They're just like hostas. They come back up. Hostas, I know they can take cold a little bit better than these can, because these are tropical plants, but they can go through a freeze. Most people dig them up and store them in a cool, dark place, just like you would do a potato. I didn't, because I'm in zone 9A. And we didn't have a bad freeze. I did keep a couple in containers just in case I had to run and get them and put them in the greenhouse or in the house. But there it is. The proof is in the pudding. Buy taro roots from the supermarket and plant them. Sprout them with some, either put a banana on top of it or an onion, anything that makes something sprout quicker. And all of them were in a pot initially. All of them were container planted initially. Once it starts sprouting, like those that I just showed you, after you think, the reason why I had to take those out is because there were so many pups in the pots that I had to put them in the ground. I had so many taro, and it was only from about 5 or 6 taro, and it just kept on multiplying and multiplying until the pot was full of taro roots, and I just broke them apart. I'll link the video in here. And I put them into separate containers, and then later on that summer, I went ahead and lined the bed or the walkway to the gazebo. So I hope you all learned something new about edible landscaping. Everything that you have that is edible does not have to look like a garden. A vegetable garden does not have to be just vegetables. It doesn't have to be, especially when you're in an urban area. Go ahead and make the best of your space and make it as tranquil as possible. Vegetables are not ugly. Well, most of them aren't. Most of them aren't. Turnips, if you turnips, you have to group them all together in a bunch to make them look good. That's just my opinion. But I mean, just putting out, look at that. Look at that. That is only going to get bigger and better. This is just the beginning of spring. So I hope you all learned something today about taro roots. Do not spend that $30. Go ahead and buy your roots from the supermarket. Put some bananas on top of it in a bowl. In about 10 days, unless they sprayed it with something, which most likely they didn't, because taro usually comes from South America, or, you know, it's normally not sprayed. But it might be. It's just that's just my experience. And in about 10 days, they should sprout. If they don't, just go ahead and cook them. They're better for you, especially if you're a diabetic. They're better for you than potatoes. Go ahead and look it up. I'm not a doctor. Just look it up yourself. And they taste better. But I might be biased. I might be a biased person. I love taro. This is Jamerica with Jamerica Life. I hope you all enjoyed this one. I hope I explained it well, and you see how easy it is. You can grow it in your house. It's a pretty plant, and you can eat it. Thank you for being with me, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Thank you.